Today on Bike Culture Hub, we're diving deep into what makes this bike one of the most intriguing launches of the year. From its design DNA and long-distance comfort to the new engine platform, performance tuning, pricing, features, and the unique selling points that set it apart, this is going to be a full breakdown. So grab your helmet, sit back, and let's explore everything this new Africa Twin 650 brings to the adventure world. The moment you hear the name Africa Twin, you already imagine dust trails, endless highways, rugged climbs, and the legendary lineage that Honda has spent decades perfecting. But for 2025, Honda has rewritten the rulebook by introducing a new middleweight machine that aims to bring adventure touring to a wider audience, the 2025 Honda Africa Twin 650. The story starts with Honda recognizing a massive gap in the market. The Africa Twin 1100 is a stunning piece of engineering, but for many riders, especially beginners, intermediate adventure enthusiasts, and those living in cities with congested traffic, it can be too tall, too heavy, and too intense. On the flip side, smaller adventure bikes often lack the authority, the road presence, and the long touring capability that people expect from an Africa Twin. So Honda crafted something right in the middle, a lighter, more agile, more affordable machine that still carries the spirit of the original legend. The 2025 Africa Twin 650 is built to be an accessible adventure companion that doesn't compromise on thrill, comfort, or capability. Powering the machine is Honda's new 650 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine, tuned specifically for torque-rich low-end and mid-range performance. Honda wanted to make sure the bike delivers strength where adventure riders need it most: steep climbs, rapid overtakes, tight off-road maneuvers, and long-distance cruising without straining the engine. With around 70 horsepower and nearly 68 Nm of torque, the Africa Twin 650 offers plenty of punch without intimidating newcomers. What makes this engine special isn't just the numbers but the delivery. It's smooth, linear, trustworthy, and crafted for comfort on long rides. Honda's signature refinement is here in full force, creating a bike that feels powerful but never harsh or aggressive. And of course, the engine is paired with a new lightweight chassis that keeps weight well below its big brother's massive presence. Many riders are saying this is the sweet spot: still capable, still bold, but much easier to manage across terrains. One of the biggest highlights is the suspension setup. Honda knows adventure riders are picky about their suspension, so the Africa Twin 650 arrives with long-travel adjustable front forks and a monoshock rear tuned for both comfort and control. Whether you're cruising on the highway or tackling gravel paths, the bike stays composed, absorbs bumps gracefully, and gives the rider confidence. The ground clearance is generous, ensuring you don't fear logs, rocks, or uneven surfaces. Off-road ergonomics were clearly a priority. Standing up on the pegs feels natural, the handlebar placement is wide and stable, and the tank is sculpted to keep your legs comfortable during long stretches. Braking performance is equally impressive with dual front discs, ABS with off-road mode, and Honda's latest brake modulation system that adapts to terrain changes. For those who love electronic assistance, Honda has equipped this 650 with selectable riding modes, traction control, and engine braking control. This ensures the bike behaves the way you want, whether you're riding on smooth tarmac or soft soil. The electronics aren't overly complicated, which is perfect for riders who want tech that enhances the experience without drowning them in menus. One of the defining elements of the Africa Twin series has always been its design, and the 2025 Africa Twin 650 proudly follows the family tradition. The front face carries the iconic aggressive adventure styling with sharp LED headlights, tall windscreen, and bold beak-style front fairing. The tank has a rugged, muscular build but is shaped to allow easy maneuverability whether seated or standing. The seat is long, comfortable, and designed for both solo and pillion touring. Honda's color schemes and graphics for this model blend toughness with modern adventure aesthetics. Every line, every panel speaks the language of exploration. The bike looks ready for a transcontinent ride the moment you see it. Despite being a 650, the bike maintains the premium feel you expect from an Africa Twin. The TFT display is modern, bright, and responsive, offering Bluetooth connectivity, navigation support, customizable layouts, and smartphone pairing. Riders who enjoy long journeys will love the cruise control system, USB charging ports, and optional heated grips. Honda even optimized aerodynamics so long rides are quieter and more comfortable with less fatigue. The riding triangle, seat, foot pegs, handlebar has been crafted to feel natural for tall and short riders alike. One of the biggest highlights is the suspension setup. Honda knows adventure riders are picky about their suspension, so the Africa Twin 650 arrives with long travel adjustable front forks and a monoshock rear tuned for both comfort and control. Whether you're cruising on the highway or tackling gravel paths, the bike stays composed, absorbs bumps gracefully, and gives the rider confidence. The ground clearance is generous, ensuring you don't fear logs, rocks, or uneven surfaces. Off-road ergonomics were clearly a priority. Standing up on the pegs feels natural, the handlebar placement is wide and stable, and the tank is sculpted to keep your legs comfortable during long stretches. The bike's weight-saving measures make a huge difference. The lighter frame means quicker handling, easier cornering, and much more confidence in traffic. Riders who found the 1100 too heavy will immediately feel at home here. On urban streets, the Africa Twin 650 feels manageable, nimble, and surprisingly agile for an adventure machine. On highways, it is stable and composed. And off-road, it truly comes alive with playful energy. Now let's talk price. The 2025 Honda Africa Twin 650 is expected to launch with a competitive price tag around $8,499 to $8,999, depending on the region and available packages. This positions it dramatically below the Africa Twin 1100 while offering a huge chunk of the same adventure capability. Honda purposely priced it to attract riders upgrading from 250 cubic centimeters or 300 cubic centimeters adventure bikes, as well as seasoned riders who want a manageable but reliable touring machine. For the features offered, the price makes the Africa Twin 650 a high-value proposition in the middleweight segment. What truly sets this bike apart are its unique selling points. First, the heritage. This isn't just another mid-range adventure bike, it carries the Africa Twin bloodline, meaning durability, reliability, and legendary long-distance capability. Second, the balance of power and weight. Many middleweight adventure bikes lean too heavily toward off-road or too heavily toward street use, but the Africa Twin 650 strikes a near-perfect middle ground. Third, the refinement. Honda's engineering precision ensures that everything feels polished, smooth, and trustworthy. Fourth, the accessibility. New riders, shorter riders, and riders transitioning from street bikes will find this bike extremely welcoming. And lastly, the overall package. Performance, electronics, comfort, and price combine to make this one of Honda's most exciting adventure entries in years. As we wrap up this deep dive, the 2025 Africa Twin 650 stands out as a bike designed for the real world. It's not just for professional adventurers or hardcore off-road enthusiasts, it's for everyday riders who want to explore, travel, commute, and escape whenever they feel like it. Honda created a machine that blends excitement with practicality, adventure with comfort, and capability with affordability. Whether you're crossing continents or just carving weekend trails, this bike is ready to take you further than you thought possible. And that's it for today's full exploration of the 2025 Honda Africa Twin 650 on Bike Culture Hub. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more in-depth reviews, detailed scripts, and motorcycle content, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. This is your host signing off. Ride safe, explore more, and I'll see you in the next video.